Everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I've got another what's sold video. This was for February 5th through 11th of 2023, and yeah, it was a pretty average week, around that between that $600 and $700 mark, which seems to be about an average right now so far for the start of the year. And yeah, I mean, had a really slow midweek. I mean, definitely noticed just absolutely dead for a couple of days, but that does seem to be about the average. So I'm just going to run through these sales for the week, and of course, you know, we'll have numbers down in the description and in the title as well as to what all of this actually amounted to. But all right, first up, we've got this this Ibex merino wool button-down shirt in a women's XL. This was a quick flip. I just got this listed and it sold within a few days for $49.81. So that was cool because that was actually a Salvation Army find for about $250, somewhere in that range. Next, Tommy Bahama piece. This was a 100% silk shirt, and yeah, nice size, a men's 2XL. Again, this one was not listed for very long. I took an offer and sold that for 20 bucks. Now here's an item that I have had for about 3 months, so it was ending that, or getting close to the end of that 90-day cycle. Actually, I may have had it for about 4 months, but this was a Bowden Mayfair kind of scallop trim jacket in kind of like a salmon pink color. I've got another one of these in a beige that hasn't sold yet, but I picked the two of them up at the same place at the same time, and this one sold for $50. Next, we've got that Ralph Lauren wool tweed equestrian riding blazer jacket in a women's size 4. So this did have a very small flaw, and this had originally sold, and then the person never paid, listed it, sold the next day for $62. Now I could hold out and get more for this, you know, this item again if I find another one, but because it did have a very small flaw, which I noted, of course, I took the offer and got rid of it. And next was this Free People We the Free surf hoodie, like sweatshirt in this color block. This particular one is seemingly pretty popular and probably could have gotten a decent amount more money than this, but when I looked at the comps, before I listed it, it looked like, you know, probably around the $60 range. It sat for a little while. I got an offer for 40 bucks, but I took it. But then, you know, I look at other comps now and it's like, this is selling for closer to $100. So I don't know what happened. I don't really care. $6.46 into $40. I'm okay with that. Okay, for the second or possibly third time, this vintage Nike Windbreaker sold, and this time I actually did get paid for it. Sold this for 30 bucks. Took an offer a little lower than my asking price because I just wanted it gone at this point. When you sell something 2 or 3 times, you really just want to ship it. Next we have this Harley-Davidson embellished kind of a sequin logo tank. Another like New Hampton, Seacoast New Hampton shirt. I've sold a few already with that particular name on it. And this sold for my full asking price of $27.84 in under a month. Sold this new with tags Tommy Hilfiger teal polo. I don't pick up a lot of this kind of stuff like Tommy polos and Ralph Lauren polos, but this was new with tags and it was in a good size, XL, and in a little bit of a unique color with the teal. So I picked it up for 5 bucks, sold it for 20. This hat, this Boss hat, this is a money scar dad hat, distressed. I've had this for a while. This comped really well when I picked it up, but it just sat for months and months, and it finally sold in the middle of the winter. I took an offer of $13.50 on it. I thought this was going to be more like a $30 or $40 hat, but whatever. I don't really care. Still made some money. Next was this Zombie Eat Flesh, kind of the Subway Eat Fresh parody. Little slogan shirt there. And this one actually came out of my own personal collection. So yes, I did buy it for myself at a thrift store, this same thrift franchise that I do all my sourcing at. So, you know, at one point it cost me $5.18 after taxes. But I'm going to count this as a zero buy cost because I've owned it for a couple of years now. And it's sold to a repeat buyer who has bought a bunch of t-shirts from me for $13.99. And then I sold this Capcom versus SNK 2 EO. This is a GameCube game, but it's a Japanese import game. I picked this up for $10 as part of a bulk trade-in deal sort of thing that I did at the pawn shop in my old town. And I sold it for $33.10. So not a lot of profit there, but definitely some money made. And then sold another hat. This Disney hat. It's like a winking Mickey Mouse. Sold that for $17.87. And okay, yeah, that's it for eBay. Just looking at my list there, so I'm just going to go to my Poshmark list and bring that up. All right, just looking for the proper date range. First up was this. This was a Wayne Gretzky short sleeve knit 100% silk shirt. I had picked this up for $2 at Salvation Army once, and I sold it for $21. And then this was a unique piece. This was Precarious Biker Chick cycling jersey. A very vibrant thing, and yeah, I sold this for $20. So I would have picked it up for $5. It was just unique, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to try this. And it did sell after a couple of months for 4 times what I paid for it. Next up, good old LL Bean. Man, I'll tell you, this brand just continues to sell over and over and over for me. Just a great staple brand for me. This was a women's XL quilted riding jacket, kind of an equestrian sort of vibes, but also just like a field coat or chore coat. In any case, it sold for $45. So whatever you want to call it, it's some money. Sold this Brooks Brothers sweater. This was a burgundy, which was not a great pickup color-wise, in a men's large. And this was, you know, merino wool. I had this for a while. I thought it would do better than this. I took an offer of $14. Whatever. Move it out. It's been here for 4 months or so. This was a nice one. This is the North Face. This was a beige plaid fishing, hiking, camping type shirt. It's actually had a little vent on the back, so I think it was like a fishing shirt kind of, but it was a women's, and it sold for $31. Again, just a lot of lightweight stuff selling in the middle of winter. Very odd, but I'll take it. This one here was another North Face. This was the Denali Polar Tech Fleece. This was a women's medium, but it had the pink ribbon for the Breast Cancer Society. And I've had this one surprisingly for a little while. I don't know. I kind of thought that it would go for a little bit more, but maybe the pink ribbon actually took its value down some. I don't know. In either case, I took an offer of $25. It would have only cost me about $6, so I'm very happy with that. Back to LL Bean, we've got this green fleece lined full zip vest in a men's medium. That sold for $27. Another LL Bean item here. This is a women's size 14 flannel lined jeans, and these sold for $28. I've had these for a little while, but yeah, they went for $28. No problem there. And then this one was a cool one that I thought would have a little more value. I know Disney stuff doesn't really hold a lot of value, but I thought this one here, the Disney Golf Collection, All Century Golf, Mickey Mouse kind of pullover in a men's 2XL. I've had it for long enough that I took an offer of $20 on that one. And that's the sales for February 5th to 11th. Good amount of sales there. I don't have the number right in front of me here, but it'll be down in the description and, of course, in the title of this video as well. I know that my profit margin was up a little bit this week. I want to say it was more like 56% this week, up from just over 50 last week. And yeah, it was a really slow midweek, but then it picked up on the weekend. I just had a flurry of sales on Friday, Saturday, and again on Sunday to start this current week that I'm on. So starting to get a feel for what the weekly trends are, and it doesn't really seem to matter that It's midwinter here in Canada, selling a variety of items. And yeah, I'll take it. Very happy with that. So, all right, any questions about any of these items or anything that I've talked about here today, go ahead, leave it down in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace.